Hey guys, welcome back to the Dragon's Den. I'm Dragon, or GreatStonedDragon if you're not into the whole brevity thing. And today I'm going to demonstrate a useless skill that I have acquired over the course of my life. Mother's Day is tomorrow, and my wife recently had surgery, and so the ladies from her work sent her a bouquet of flowers. So I feel like an actual bouquet of flowers might feel redundant. So instead, I'm going to make a bouquet of flowers. And not like the poison ivy or Tris Marigold conjure the plants or whatever. I'm going to make it out of balloons. I've been making balloon animals and doing balloon stuff since I was like 14. And it's just something that I do for fun. It's a weird hobby of mine. But yeah, we're going to do that. First, I shall don my balloon making apron thusly. As you can see, it is a Los Pollos Hermanos apron from the hit series Breaking Bad. And in honor of Breaking Bad, I'm going to get really baked before we make this. And if you're wondering, yes, this is the same apron that I wore when I've done church events or birthday parties or other things like that. Same one. It's the Breaking Bad apron. No one catches it. What do you guys think, huh? Ta-da! I like it. I think it fits. Yeah. Check it out. Yeah. But, like I said, I'm going to get really baked before I do this. So, if you want to be able to be here for that smoke sesh, there will be a full version of this video on my Patreon that includes the smoke sesh. Link to that is in the description. Oh, yeah. That's got it right. Okay. Are you high? I'm high. We could both be high. We probably are. If you're here, you probably are. And if not, it's okay. But there might be a contact high coming through the camera right now. And if so, you're welcome. Oh, God, that put something in my eye. Ah! Y'all ready to twist some balloons? All right. So, typically for balloon twisting, you're going to need a couple things. One, you're going to need to not take yourself too seriously, especially if you're me. I'm like 6'3" and 30 years old, and doing balloons just makes me feel like a goof sometimes, but I like being a goof. So lose any sort of self-consciousness that you have and just like get into it. Have fun with it. You're going to need balloons. Obviously, I personally recommend always going with the Qualitex brand. They make the best balloons for twisting. They're my favorite. Anytime I've had to use anything other than Qualitex, it is a nightmare. And yes, it does make that big of a difference, just so you know. And if you're weak-willed like me, you're going to need a balloon pump. Blowing these things up my mouth is excruciating. It hurts my face. I don't like it. So I use a balloon pump. These are also really fun for bullying the dog, because she hates the wind going in her face, so she'll start like chomping at the air, and I just think it's funny. It's very fun to scare cats too. So, multifaceted thing here. This you could also do this. Hey, oh man, I'm baked. So that's the perfect time to make flowers. I have a way that I do my bouquets or bouquet. However it's fucking pronounced. I don't know. I'm no linguist. So this is kind of like a unique way that I do it, but maybe it's not at all. I haven't really dabbled too much in the world of looking at other balloon artists. So, yeah, first things first, since it's flowers, I'm going to need green stems, and then I'll have to pick up my colors, and I can typically take that just as how I'm feeling. So I got to find some greens. This was organized at one point. That's purple. Ooh, but I think purple would look pretty in this. Is that green or is that black? Ooh, I can't tell. Let's find out. When in doubt, blow it up. That is black. All right, this might be a long process, so I might skip some of this. That looks like black. Is that black or is that green? I think it's black. Why do black and green look so similar? Dang it. Got a green. We got one. That'll show them. Oh, here's another one. Boom. Shit. And another one. Okay, there's the three that we need. I really hope I don't accidentally pop one, because that would suck. I don't think I have any more, Captain. I don't have the power. That's black. You don't need to go over there. Okay, so I've got my green for the stems. So what I'm going to do is typically when I'm doing like events, it would be a single flower. So it would just need the one green and the one color. But when I do bouquets, I like to try to stretch my balloon dollar. I like to try to utilize one green for both to make two different stems that are kind of connected. You'll see what I mean. So I'll be using 3 greens, and then I'll have 6 flowers all together. So I'll need 6 different colors. I've already got, well, I did have, I don't know, oh, there it is. Okay, I have my one purple that I think is going to look really pretty. So I could go, what do we think here? There's another purple. Okay, so let's do 3 different colors. So there's 2 purple. I could do 2 pink. And then maybe I want a contrast, but I don't want to do like yellow. That would be ugly. I'm thinking maybe white. I think white would look really pretty. So maybe I'll do that. Or I could do a white and a black. Nah. We'll keep it symmetrical. So I've got my flowers and I got my stems. Now we can get started. And I think I'm going to try to do some sort of vase or maybe a ribbon to go around it at the end. So I'll have to probably pick some different colors for that too. But for now, we're just going to make the flowers and get this party started. I like to start with making the stems first. So I'm going to take these greens, and it's a very important thing to remember anytime you're blowing up your balloons. You want to make sure to give them a good stretch first, because then it makes them more malleable. They're less likely to pop, and they twist better. So nice big stretch. And seeing as I'm going to be using this one for 2 different flowers, I'm going to fill it up a little bit less than I typically would. So I'll probably leave a good 2 inches on the tail here, maybe. Yeah, I think that looks good. Let just a little bit of air out of it. Then we can tie it up. And it's very important. Give it a good squeeze after you tied it up. Again, helps make it just twist better. So I'm going to leave this one for now. That's all I need. I'm going to knock it out with the other 2. Good big stretch. And again, about a 2-inch tail on this puppy here. Does that look about right? I can't really gauge inches by eye. I'm not that kind of guy, I guess. So, looks good enough to me. We'll say that's 2 inches. It could be 3. It could be 1. Who's to say, really? I am not a ruler. Squeeze. Big stretch. See, normally when I do events, I'll make some big wacky hat and just keep it on my head the whole time. So everybody knows, oh yeah, there's the balloon guy. That's could use a little more. Alrighty. Tie her up. Which I think tying the knot on the balloon is one of the harder parts of balloon making. It's the most frustrating. And it's the part that kind of hurts the most. Not to like go rascal flats on anybody. But you know, when you're doing an event and you're just like constantly tying the knots and pulling them off your fingers, I'll come home with bruises on my middle finger from tying off balloons. All right, so these are not just 3 green giant mustaches. They are 3 soon-to-be stems. So again, with doing a single flower, I would take the stem and I would put some leaves on it. But since I'm going to try to conserve space inside the balloon, I'm going to leave them as is for now, and I'm going to do a fun little Brady thing that you'll see that I think will be kind of interesting. So now that we have the stems done, I can get into making the flowers. And I like flowers. And flower, if you know what I mean. So, again, we're going to take, we'll start with pink and give it a good stretch. And this is how I make my flowers. So I'm going to leave probably about 1 inch of a tail on this bad boy. It's a little more than 1 inch, but whatever. We'll make it work. Do a good squeeze. I like to give it little twisties here and there, and this is a fun part because I think it reminds me of like hot dogs or like sausage links. Again, I apologize for the squeakies. It does get rather noisy. Hey there, punk. Hot dogs. Now, with a delicate touch and some luck, say a prayer. A little adjusting here. And we have our flower. Ooh, so pretty. Put that back there with the stems, and we can make flower number 2. Big stretch. Man, the high is really setting in, folks. Not gonna lie. There we go. Woo. This is a super soft pink, too. It's almost like a pastel baby pink. I think it's gonna look real pretty contrasting with the green on those stems. And so doing white there. I wonder what color I'll do, like maybe a vase or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there, I guess. Maybe blue. Maybe blue would be pretty. Give it a little massage. It's weird, you know, how often in balloon making you have to massage the balloons to make them do what you want. They have to be coaxed into it. And we have the wieners. Please don't die. Please don't die. Did not die. Now we have 2 pink flowers. Now the purple, which I really love this color purple. It's beautiful. Qualitex also has fantastic colors. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? I don't know if you can see it very well in the camera, but it's this like royal purple. Which she's a queen, so absolutely deserves royal treatment, even when it comes to balloons. I really love my wife. She is an amazing mom. An amazing person. Not to mention just a total babe. I'm a lucky man that I get to make balloons for her. Massage the balloon. There we go. Yeah, we'll be out. And here we have the purple wieners. Ooh, they're getting tricky on me. That's what they're doing. Just takes a little bit of finesse. Elbow grease, and we have a purple flower. Not really a purple flower. Flower petals. They haven't become a flower yet. I've been wanting to do balloon content here for a while. I just didn't know what to do because it's hard to just sit and make balloons without somebody asking you for something. And this was a great excuse to do this. Da-na-na. Yeah, I'm really glad we went with this purple. Or should I do black instead of white? Black flowers. Nah, it's Mother's Day. If it was like Halloween, sure. Dia de los Muertos. Alright. Get our next set of flower petals made. It almost kind of looks like chains too, you know? Alright. I'm finding a lot more difficulty twisting these purple ones than the pink ones. I don't know if it's me putting too much air, but I didn't think I did. Some of those petals are tight. Like, they're like, don't breathe on me, I'll pop! Big stretch. We'll get into the last two petals, and then we can assemble the bouquet, and then I'm going to craft something to contain the fleurs. It's a ghost! Man, I haven't twisted balloons in like almost a year, I think, so gotta get some of the chops back. Whew. I am baked. Alright. White flower petals. And last one. Big stretch. See, I was getting baked before this, really hoping that the high would set in and give me some creative ideas like it tends to. But it tends to do that when I'm sitting in my chair staring off into space. It doesn't really do that when I'm in the middle of shooting a video or doing stuff other than like mindless things like mowing the yard. Sometimes I can have really good ideas while I'm mowing the yard. Or shower. Yeah, shower thoughts. Those are real. That's why it's important to keep a note-taking device nearby the shower. Because there's always those times in life where you're like, oh, I should write that down. Nah, I'll remember it. Heads up. You're not going to remember it. Unless something triggers you to remember it. And normally, the best way to do that is by writing it down. The note will trigger you the way you need it to. Massage. I'm actually feeling really good about these. I haven't had a single one of the petals pop. And sometimes that's a somewhat common occurrence. So, we're batting 1,000 right now. All 3 stems are made. All 6 sets of petals are made. Now we can start putting this thing together. So I'll take one of my first stems, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the flower to each end, a flower to each end, and then I'm going to take it and I'm going to braid it so that it has this nice little spiral thing. You'll see what I mean when we get there. But first, that means I need to try to find somewhere in the middle here. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Let's start with the pinks. I need to get some air at the end. There we go. Gotta get some air in here. I was really hoping that wasn't gonna happen. It happened. I gotta hunt for another freaking green. Watch me not have one, and I have to have one off color. Nope, never mind. There it is. Got it. Let's try not to pop this one. Alright, what I need to do is get this air to the tip, and you'll see why. So, with this bubble on the tip, I can pull it through and attach my flower. Looks a little janky, but a little adjusting. We can bring it right back to life. So with one on one end, I will move to attach this one on this end, which I can't do a bubble here, so I kind of just try to work in where I can. And that gives us 2 flowers on 1 stem. From here I could try to find the middle, or what I think best is the middle. And then once braided together, I think they look really pretty. And we can repeat the process for purple, which I'm kind of nervous about because the purple ones were being kind of angry with me earlier. There we go. There we go. Got my bubble. And we can work our bubble in. Reshape the flower a little bit. Voila. 2 purples. Try to find the middle. And once braided, again, looking very pretty. We can take these 2 and mix them with these 2, and everything starts coming together. Last but not least, white. And repeat the process. Got the stem here. Yeah, pump it up, pump it up. Take that little air bubble, situate it, fix the petals. There we go. A little bit of finagling. There we have it. And then voila. So now I get to put all of this together, which can be a little bit cumbersome. So here are all of them together, and I'll need to arrange them. So I'm thinking I put them in a vase of some sort. But I'm thinking maybe I should twist them all together first, because I have a way that I like to try to secure an assortment of flowers so that they don't wobble. So maybe I'm going to try to twist all these together first. So I'm going to unravel the white and the pink. Like that. And then maybe I can twist them together so that they're all connected. Now I can unravel the purple and I can try to work those in too. Like that. I feel like Doc Ock. Peter. So from here, I can braid each of them together. I'm figuring this out as I go, if you can't tell. What do you think? Not looking too shabby. Now comes the question, do we just want to put a ribbon on it? Or do we want to build a vase of some sort? I'm thinking maybe a vase. I think that would be pretty. So let's do that. Let's build a vase for it. So I could go with like a dark blue or a light blue, but I think dark blue would look prettier. Or I could do black. Or maybe I do black and red. No, that would be ugly. I think I'm just going to do the dark blue. We're going to do the dark blue. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put these back for just a second. And I think I'll need more than just one. That scared the shit out of me. Alright. This part should be a little easier. And the best part about, like, with the flower petals, when they pop, they're already, like, tied so tight that they don't deflate very quickly, which is rad. So it just goes from being a 6-petal flower to a 5-petal flower, and it's kind of hard to notice. And I really like this blue, too. Again, it feels more like a royal blue. The royal wee, man. I gotta do a little bit of measuring so I can see. I think I can wrap that around again. So we have a base, and I'm gonna slide this up to help keep them together. What do you think next? Maybe next we do a band of white and then one more band of blue. I was telling myself beforehand that this wasn't going to take me more than 30 minutes to make. It's definitely taking more than 30 minutes for me to make. In the words of Tim Allen from Galaxy Quest, never give up, never surrender. Bring it around town. Yeah, I like that better. So I'm gonna put one more around, and then we're gonna give it some weight, so it won't just fall over. It'll actually sit upright, and then we'll be done. Thanks for hanging in there with me this whole time, folks. If you're also baked, I hope it's treating you well. If you're not, I hope you're just having a wonderful day. I like making balloons. It makes me happy. Like I get to be a little creative. Alright. You never feel more like a man than when you're hugging a bouquet of balloon flowers. Alright, there we go. It kind of looks like one of those things from Doctor Who on the bottom of it, but I still think it's pretty. So we got our purples, we got our pinks, we got our whites, we got our vase. Now, in order to get it to sit upright, I developed a little way to do that, which all you need is a regular balloon. Like this. And all I do is I fill it with water. Not like a full-size water balloon, but I put just enough water in it that I can take it and tie it to the bottom, and it'll just sit. It's great. Works really well. Or, you know, I could put... Nah, that would be too much. It would be too much. I could make it into like a centerpiece, and I could build something with some weight there at the bottom of it. But I feel like that would be too much. So, yeah. There you have it, folks. A bouquet of balloon flowers for my beautiful wife for Mother's Day, which is tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to my big shout out to my patrons and my channel members for supporting my channel. You guys are awesome. If you have more balloon videos you want to see me do, let me know in the comments. That's how I'm able to gauge what you guys want or don't want to see, is how you interact with these videos. So if this was something that was fun for you and you want to see more content like this, please let me know. And I can do my best to make whatever you want out of balloons. Or maybe you just want me to make you a balloon. I don't know how I'd get it to you, but I'll make it. I'm just looking for stuff to do, I guess. Linktree's in the description. It's got all my socials and our Discord and everything else. So if you want to hang out further, please check those out. And I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. All right. Take care of yourselves. Dragon abides.